Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. Take everything you know about forests and make it 100 times more aggressive. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone slipping?
I said almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject. Thanks for talking.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered. What I find interesting is how you handled him. Decisively, I might add. It's too bad. Now that the Steel Garrote has made an example of him, others will think twice before trusting Adiran mercy. Your people have been trying to bring justice to the frontier since the first Adiran bureaucrat made landfall. To Ambassador Hilgard's credit, this is about the tamest Paradise has ever been. In days past, your murder would have barely made the town crier's announcements. Now, open bloodshed is relatively rare, in most corners of the city anyway. To some, others, like Eagwolf, see the firm hand of authority closing around their necks. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse. They're a match to a powder keg. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself. Strict is one thing, fanatical's another. The Rawatayan Navy's known for harsh punishment. When I served, we watched a gunner hold a red-hot cannonball while she sang our empire's anthem. All for trading some of our supplies on the side, mind you. It also resulted in one of the most effective navies in Aora, or so the argument goes. However, that approach won't win many allies in the Living Lands, as Ludwig will find out. Judging from that meeting, Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig don't see eye to eye. I'm afraid that means trouble on the horizon, especially if Ludwig starts operating around him. Like it or not, their differences could make trouble for you, especially since the Steel Garrote is here under Adir's flag. And I worry about what that means for the rest of us. Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years. But I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts. You don't miss much, do you? That's a story for another time. I've had all the doom and gloom I can stand for one night. Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can. I'll be here if you need me.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before. We have questions. We will leave when we are satisfied. A life for a life. A killer's blood billows in the drain, dead like the bear. We do not understand. Was this a mercy too? Eat or bleed. Rule of the wild. We know these shapes. Still. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. We bide our time. We wait. Wake now. We have tending to do. The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you. Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her. Did the deer anger the blaze? Did the brush? Did the soil? It consumes skin, heart. She hurt us. We only remember pain. The canopy stretches over the sprout to keep it safe. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it. No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
The so-called godless people disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of rulings to remember.
Next one's mine.
Hold it, you! On foot, on your right.
Where'd they go?
Seek!
I got this. Found you! On back, win on! Another one!
Silver's Metum!
Who's ready for more?
This looks like the path Offric told us about.
Nice job, everyone.
If you traveled weeks to...
The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. It's in the cave back there. It's a hike, and the path there is crumbling to bits. So even if it weren't closed, you know, I don't recommend it. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure. Until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum. Right, of course, absolutely. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know Offreak will appreciate you looking into this. Yeah, well, you're not just anyone. You're a friend of the Emperor, and that means something. Hey, good luck out there.
Unseen, unheard.
Got them all. Gods. Never seen anything like it.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offrick's squad passed through here. Look at that. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Gods. No one knew that was down here.
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
fight.
Another glorious battle. Here we go!
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Galloway's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Not with that. No. Oh, you mean healing him?
I've got stick prickle balm for the pain, but other than that, not much else I can do.
Sorry, I'm all out of potions. I don't know any healing magic either.
Magic? I had to learn some magic, but only the kind that explodes. I don't want to explode. Please help me. Oh God, that's wretched. Are you sure you're not trying to kill me?
Gods, calm yourself. Your wound's already closing.
See? You'll be back on your feet in no time.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? Free Expedition Corps out of High Crown. Yeah, that's us. Well, that's me anyway. The rest of those assholes went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Admin, honest. Oh shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. It's a lucky thing you found me then. Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too.
Gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look.
You take lead.
Left!
If Ludwig's after this relic, we might be on the right track.
I see someone. Be ready for anything.
My sister. Can it be? Come, stand in the light. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamis, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters. To read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know? Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's Titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right, here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister. Leave those be. They protect my devices.
Roots clogging up this tunnel. Right behind you. Let's go. Is that all you got? Is that it?
Ready, aim. Six years in Dawn Shore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time. good fighter. Dream scourge ahead. I hate to think it reaches all the way down here.
Thorns beside violets, essence twisted out of shape. Repose, a pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kinda nice. There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grab it.
The false idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber.
We'd better get moving too. Come and get me. Ready for more. That ought to be all of them, right? Oh, fui too. The way out must have flooded during that earthquake. Blasted ruins.
Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
He come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness.
There you are. You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Yes, the earthquakes, and the roots that seem to always accompany them. They are not a new occurrence, I'm afraid. This land has always had an unstable quality to it. But it has worsened in recent years, grown violent. Is it my work the land abhors? Is it the arrival of your Emperor's soldiers? Or are these tremors merely the convulsions of this island's lone volcano? You will need the scientific minds of Emerald Stair to tell you, for I certainly cannot say. Whatever the cause, the disturbances are getting worse. I fear this whole place could collapse at any moment. Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it? Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results. There we are. Now, fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever, just there. And my lord will return to face justice. any moment now. My god, Aethys, are you there? No! It's not working! Something is wrong. My Lord Aethys has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call. My sister, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause? You cannot ask me that. If you knew all that I have done, how arduously I have labored. No! I would sooner give my soul over to Rimagond and let it be trampled beneath his hooves for all eternity. That can't be true. Nothing I have read in my studies has said anything of the sort. No. No. You have beheld my statue. You have carried the splinter of Aethys. You witnessed my power and the power of my lord. My sister, please. Why do you lie to me? Everything he asked of me, I did it all. And then he stopped asking. But then, why did he leave? Why did he leave without me? What did I do wrong? Why does he not love me? Oh my God, what do I do now? I have much to consider. Excuse me. I must pray.
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you.
I've always believed in second chances, but I've never seen a change of heart like that. I guess your Emperor really did see something special.
So we're not fighting them? I'm not mad or anything, just surprised.
Something's not right here. Take a look around. Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you, we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. Oh, like they've been completely drained of essence?
If I thought you could just zap someone's soul out of their body, I wouldn't even get up in the morning.
You need to get out more, Marius. Animancers have been zapping folks for centuries.
If either of you so much as points a stick at me, I'm going to be very upset.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Yakuza. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
a host, form-given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout, fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction, then when our prison bars fall, we will see.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
New earth to till, we flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Never thought I'd be so relieved to take care of these. Nothing like a win with a good team. Coming from your right.
Never trust a waterfall. Who knows what's hiding back there? That's it. Take him down. Show me what you got.
The snake!
I shouldn't need to tell you that ogres are dangerous. Just look at that one. Next one's mine.
I knew you'd be back.
Welcome back, Envoy. Show it here. Remind me not to get on your bad side, Envoy. Seems you're making a habit out of killing ogres. Let's hope the next one you run across is a bit more amicable, yeah? Good. Too many good men and women died because of that bastard. May he face Magran's fires in his next life. Be safe out there, you hear?
Look now upon the fate of those that oppose the Burn Queen's justice. Death!
Hey, it's the Envoy!
Envoy, hey!
I swear, I owe you the world.
I owe her the world. She saved my life, remember?
Yeah, you only told me about 100 times.
Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on their way?
No. Oh, gods. Does she mean...
They didn't make it, Offreak. I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't save them? Or you didn't try?
What happened?
What?
Right. So it could have been worse.
They probably went quickly, if that helps.
I can't understand this.
Hey, Offreak, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves.
Better to go out at the bottom of the world or the top. No dying in bed like Granda, asking what if.
Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead? What? But he...
More senseless killing won't bring them back. They didn't get justice, but at least I got my brother back.
Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me.
What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy. Ambassador Heelguard has written to Expedition Command back in High Crown to see if they'll let us come home.
While we wait for their reply, I thought...
Wait. Let me guess. Mermaid's Den.
You told him?
It was a moment of weakness. I thought I was dead. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the Corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us to remind us to live well.
Well, I'm sure you've got big envoy things to do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up.
Yeah, we can drink to the Corps together.
I wish things had turned out better for the rest of their crew, but I'm glad they made it.
These two will be just fine. I'm sure of it.
One of them may even get a happy ending.
When Wodaka takes back her throne, all transgressions and injustices will come to light. None will be spared.
so bad.
Your city smells like a tannery. I cannot escape it even here.
Something doesn't feel right here. Never has.
Envoy. Ironic. No. Paradis clearly understands your intent.
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
After what you've done, you cannot imagine we would ignore you. My compatriots have observed your judgment. We have a message for you. We do not give second warnings. Consider this one carefully.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Be careful. There's a lot of island to explore, and a lot of it can kill you dead. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwig barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Might have had something to do with that poor fellow who got strung up. Sounds like a real charmer, that one. The rebels hanged one of your kin, a fellow by the name of Garrick. Suppose they wanted to send a message. On the bright side, there's still time to pay your respects. No one's cut him down yet. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwig's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
So Ludwig's somewhere out there doing who knows what. Wonderful.
Hopefully, your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with her.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy. Word of advice? Try not to get killed.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradis. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in.
And Egwolf's death won't help matters.
You had to know that might happen. I mean, you've met Ludwig, right?
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say they're making any friends, though.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Unless they have their own use for you. That's what's giving me the shakes.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Most fun things are.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of Animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island. Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean? It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay, until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. Well, you came to the right place.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy. That's the spirit. What about you, Marius? What's next?
I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Yeah. Who else is going to show us which mushrooms we can eat, and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have two rules. No campfire songs, and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Sur merci.
What would be a deal in helping these mortals? Please.
Looks like she could use our help.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Sansa! Absolutely not. Cute as a button, but he's so high-strung. I pursue my own academic interests. Interests that require the vase in the ruins. And a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. Oh, of course. Why would a priceless artifact be important? Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the Living Lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with the land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right? Well, what's important is that the vase is within my grasp, now that I've a tall, dark, and beautiful stranger to help.
If you keep encouraging her, she's going to climb you.
Watch out, Envoy. She seems to have a thing for you.
Careful, darling. I already have a lover. A good one. Skilled with his hands. He always carries a ladder. But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And I need this vase now. Oh, you're a tad creepy, you know that? I like it. I'm happy to tell you about the Animancers. Fetch me the artifact, and we can chat. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yahtzee, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Here they come. Show me what you got. Everyone okay?
you get it? Darling, you are aware I can do... Back already? Damn, you're fast. Back already? Damn, you're fast.
Take a moment, people.
Granted, I don't come here often, but when did it get this bad? As if people weren't hungry enough. Those are no ordinary farm hands.
A godlike in Emerald's den. Well, I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Governor Vidaro, I'm sure he's snug as a maggot in a corpse in his estate. It's in Fiormezziverno, on the far side of town. But just in case it comes up, you didn't catch me digging through a corpse. Deal? Good. That makes you a friend. Our governor doesn't exactly approve of my area of expertise. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. They get 3 meals a day and a comfortable home. What more could they ask for?
I mean, miners in Solace don't have it that good.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Aha! So the Blight got into my Revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. Not really. But that's all right. You and I have something in common. We're animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do. You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls. We channel this energy into our fields. And that's why Emerald's there is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
But as you can see, we've been dealing with some irregularities. Thank you. We've been at it for a while now, but there is still so much to learn. Traditional farms depend on water, sunlight, and the mercy of insects. What you see here is no different. Animancy can change the world, but it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand. Come back soon.
In the past week. How am I... Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an animancer? Matiko. I mean, forgive me. It has been a trying week. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind. I don't know. They just disappear. I wish they would at least come back. Soon I won't have any left. People are used to the damned things wandering around. I'm the one who's panicking here. If Elia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it. She wouldn't push her research far enough. She wasn't willing to take risks.
Whatever you all are doing, it's clearly working wonders so far.
And how's that risk-taking working out for you?
You know, maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went. I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them. I was hoping you'd say that. Just follow the trail of revenants. I'd look myself, but I don't trust the few subjects I have left. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat.
Oh, more of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
Watch yourselves. Settle your beds! On your right! Everybody all right?
Another win, but who's counting?
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the face down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me, we're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you. Oh, trust me, my love Quilichi has told me so many times, but I cannot resist. How could I ignore a vase like this? Think of all the secrets and memories it holds. Just one, and I didn't find it. But that's a story for another time. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study in. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
That's something I hope never happens again.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
You know what I said, but we only have godlike.
You're the first god. I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter. You'd think so, but they don't approve of animancy. Something about undead farmhands makes them nervous. They still buy our crops, mind you, when the harvest's good.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fjord. I find these people despicable.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giata's about to tear that poor man a new one. Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancer's fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giata's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last. Look around. The town's overgrown, the crops are dying. What's not to fight about?
Just take a blessed day look outside. It doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when Animancers fight.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfir, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim. Officially, I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora. If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study. Aura Taugori. I hope to see you soon. Ah, those Delamgan. They're not evil, it is just in there. Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Emika. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
Spirits are truly wonderful, powerful, self-aware, and reach with insight.
Would you care for a
insight, you say?
If you are looking for wit, to put it gently, then I regrettably, wit.
Until I'm dead.
have been thinking about the moon.
Not this again.
There is no Adra on Bilafa. None that we can see in a telescope, anyway.
I suppose that's true.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already.
Really?
And when did that happen?
Had one job.
Can't say.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Praise Ilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while.
The crowds are rude. All.
Can anything be done?
The black thinks I ought to give up a farming. Leave it loose.
You heard them arguing out there.
Mindless academics, the whole lot of them.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment.
Found the machine. Excuse me, but I'm dead.
The Adra is healthy. It's the essence I'm concerned about.
This again. You're beginning to sound like Giata.
Have you ever stopped and listened? She... You're onto something.
I'm sure the mother father can look like them.
I have to do something. Envoy. I'm sorry. I'm not in a place to talk right now. Yesterday, I made an incredible discovery.
we can use half as much Adra to achieve the same results. And then I thought, what if one day it's a third, a quarter, a speck? No. To harness these forces for so small a price is too much power. Who knows what kind of chaos we'll create? I have been reading Athelmir's treatise on Vodka. Perhaps she's right. Maybe animancy should be reined in. How can I? All right. I'll do some more tests and see where they lead me. But I won't publish anything until I'm absolutely sure. I hope I'm right. I shudder to think what will happen if I...
All right. Explain it to me again.
Imagine a river of essence. It feeds our crops, enriches the soil, and fuels our experiments. So where is the source of the river? What have these years?
I should it be so for this kind of trouble.
What do you think of Giatta's theory?
Well, my experiments have been a little
unpredictable. Like the evidence has no sense of direction. How did you know? We should talk, but not here.
Ado, welcome to my fine...
Well, I...
Giatta, what's the meaning of this?
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion. Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms. Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions. Are you going to tell her about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident. But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior. And you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
That did not go as I had planned. I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I wish I could take credit for Giatta's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Nadiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. We haven't even gotten started and we're already talking about ethics. I can tell I'm going to like you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Miss Iverno. Forever. As much as I would love that, we're already out of time. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Don't worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
You ever think, what if I wasn't a ranger?
Of course. What would you do? I'd be a flower. Ah, maybe a cowherd. Oh, I know. A rum
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Copper allows greater power modulation through shaping, but Adra has the potential to store more essence. I could use a large single block of Adra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delumgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Well, let's go. That Adragon's heart isn't gonna yank itself out.
Welcome back, envoy.
Come on. My invention is a moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul? Wrong. Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel. That's the beauty of it. The first treatments on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
Another skeptic? Oh well. I can see my talents are wasted here. No charge for the treatment. Best of luck with your soul.
You have a...
Can I interest you in a demonstration?
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
You startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead. You recognize the scripture? How wonderful! Perhaps someday we can recite it together. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry. It is not wise to underestimate the wrath of spirits who believe they have been forgotten. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
That could very well be true. But however it works, neglecting the ritual clearly has had dire effects for Fjord. You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds. I believe it will do exactly that. The spirits will find closure and rest, and the living can move on from this recent tragedy. Be careful, friends. The angry spirits lash out blindly. I cannot predict what awaits you at these graves.
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp. We should help the living and let the dead rest.
I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Genuine healing crystals, purest all the ora.
Look right!
Not bad, Marius.
Who's there?
we go! Take him down.
On point. Look left. Gotta find you better on.
Still mess me too!
To your left!
On your left.
Nice work.
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice. I'm not dead yet. Just too tired to climb up. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know, whoop, my workshop is in this damn pit. Not until lately. Now they're everywhere. The ruins were probably stable until those roots showed up. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. So, here we are. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but even I can tell that something's not right. Ah, nonsense! I can't go yet. My notes are down here somewhere. They contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord. Ah, stop treating me like a bag of bones and listen for a minute. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight. Help with one hand and disparage with the other, huh? Fine, I'll take it. They ran into the ruins. Now hurry. I can't have a sporling eating my life. For all
okay? That's it. You're a good friend. Thanks, soldier. That's one for us. Aye, aye.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah, did you find my notes? Ah, yes, the cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything. Everything! What's not clear? I'm researching squirrel essence. I've nearly proved my theory, too. As everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh? I propose that the size of our soul corresponds to our brain mass. If it weren't for this sinkhole, I would have already submitted it. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact, and I'll have to find somewhere to sleep. But I've got my notes. I can try again. Take this. Buy yourself something nice. It's the least I can do.
What just happened? I heard somebody squirrel.
Watch yourself. Here we go. Nice shot. Beat that, William.
Glad that's over.
Who's ready for more?
Something's not right here.
Look right.
We will seek.
On your right.
We will seek. Miss me too.
You're right.
We will seek. We will seek.
They won't get past me.
We will seek. We will seek.
Right. Right flank. Now look at you. Okay?
We will seek.
Right. Look out, convoy.
We will seek.
Left flank. Don't die. Kill yourself. You're not looking so good.
Take a moment, people.